First of all, happy Easter. Secondly, I need to make this video to address, well, my humor, obviously, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail. So this is just clearly my own opinion on some humor, and what humor I actually find funny. Now, I don't need to make this video. Hell, I don't even have a plan to make this video, but you know what? My friends and even my family, well, some of my family at least, give humor that doesn't really make me laugh. Because, well, do you want to know something? I don't get everybody's humor that much. It's because, well, okay, I'm going to go over this in a second, but real quick, I take it seriously. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, what I'm going to go over in this video is my type of humor as of why I personally think the type of humor that I consider funny is, well, funny, and the type of humor that I don't consider funny and I actually hate. Again, this is just my opinion. I might be going a little controversial here since some people just like basic humor, but I really need to get this out because clearly you all need to know the type of humor I personally like instead of just constantly repeating it on voice chats, messages, or anything really. So first off, let's go over the humor that I actually seem to like. First up is a pretty easy statement for me. Funny moments in fiction. So, in a video game, a movie, or show, if there is an iconic scene or something like such that actually makes me laugh, then it makes me laugh. Now, it depends on what episode, movie, or game that makes me laugh, depending on, whatever happens. It can even happen during gameplay when the game freezes or I find a glitch or something. That's genuinely just hilarious, yet so random. It's also really bad, too, because it might fuck up your game depending on what you were doing. Next, I like basic humor, but add literally whatever the hell you want, as well as a crap ton of cursing. Like, let me think of this. Knock knock, who's there? The IRS. The IRS who? The IRS is gonna fucking kill you. Okay, I know that was a bad joke, but that was an example. I wasn't actually stating that. YouTube, please do not flag my video for just making an example of a joke. I wasn't taking it seriously. But you see my point. Making up complete and utter nonsense, it's just funny to me, and it works. Now, the final piece of humor that I actually do have a sense of humor for are memes. Like, memes, YTPs, try not to laugh. That gets me. I don't have a lot to say, but I think you all get my point. Okay, now for the humor that I absolutely fucking despise. Let's start off with sarcasm. Okay, look, I can tell when someone is messing around with me because of the tone of their voice and not really taking it seriously. And, if I do get people's sarcasm, then, hey, I actually get the joke for once. But about 90% of the time, I'm gonna take it seriously. Because I don't really understand. Like, let's say someone's gonna say, hey, I'm gonna steal your phone. I would immediately do something about that, proving that I actually take it seriously. Even though the person telling me the quote-unquote joke was a friend or family member and actually didn't want to do anything like that. But that's how I feel about sarcasm. About 90% of the time. And you know what? I actually had to look up some other types of humor during the making of this video. Well, I had to actually pause the recording real quick and do so. And, well, I don't really have a lot to say, but I will just say this. For the other types of humor that I can't specifically name, one I will get to in a second, I don't find them funny depending on if I laugh or just take it seriously. So, the other type of humor I actually will list is toilet humor. I find it disgusting. Now, don't get me wrong, 1 or 2 times I have seen it actually work, but other times, okay, let's just say this happens in a movie or a show. If it's in a show, as it pains me to say it, Bluey. Now, Bluey does have its fair share of toilet humor, and, well, I don't like it, really. But I have to bring up one example, which seems like a fucking coincidence since it is Easter after all. But the Easter episode of Bluey. This is a season 2 episode for anyone that doesn't know. And, the first time I was watching this, I thought this was a really great episode. But do you want to know what ruins it for me? And I can't believe what I'm about to say, but there are 2 scenes with Bandit on the toilet. And I had to not only look away from it, but this ruined the episode for me. Now, I don't hate it by any means. I do still genuinely think it's a good episode, but I haven't seen it ever since my first premiere. That's how much it ruined the episode for me. Now, I could easily skip it if I want to, since I have Disney Plus. So, can you really blame me? You know, another example, now that I'm just remembering, is the short of One Man Went to Mow, where it's Bingo singing for about nearly 2 minutes, but okay. The entire short is her also on the toilet while singing. Now, the singing itself, amazing. But let me ask, who the fuck asked for this, okay? I don't want to try and curse here, but seriously, who in God's green earth asked for that? I don't understand. Do people find this funny? I don't get it. I find it gross. You know, while watching that short, until she had to get on, I had to look away the entire short. That's how much I didn't want to see it, how much I don't like this humor. And now, for the ending that you all have been waiting for. I don't really have an ending that much, but that's not the point. Look, to all of my friends, family members, I want to say this. If you find this video, please, if you try and joke around with me and try to do sarcasm that I actually don't get, do not attempt to do it again. Because you want to know why? Unless I actually can prove it, which I don't advise you in the slightest to do again, I am never, ever going to get it, no matter how many times you try and pull it off. If it didn't work the first or second time, don't bother. And if you're going to keep doing it, I will tell you constantly to stop, because I am never, ever going to get it. Just, if you're not going to listen to me, I'm still going to tell you to stop. But for everybody who does talk to me and actually does understand what I'm trying to say here, then I thank you. Now, I don't have much more to say, so I'm going to end this video here. You know, this actually ended up being longer than I intended, but there you go. So, thank you all for watching. I will see y'all later with whatever we do next time, and that's it for now.